We're back again with Janet McCormick. She has that little restaurant in Huntington called Let's Eat. Today, we're making, this is honestly one of my favorites. I'm not a huge Mexican food eater, but when it's Tex Mex, I love it. And this looks great.
Well, I'm going to, actually I'm inspired, this meal is inspired by my son who, this is his favorites. We've got beans, we've got meat, and we have heat. And I've added something else, potatoes, but he loves the cheese, he loves all that. So this is why I'm making this tonight, because I thought somebody else might enjoy this too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, but it's fresh Mexican, so we're really going to mix Tex. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so we have ground beef. She's been doing this ground beef over here, and we put a little bit of cumin in it, just a small amount, and we have some onion powder and some garlic powder, and we're just seasoning the meat is all we're doing, and it has some chili powder also, and I didn't put any heat in it yet because we're getting ready to do that now.
Okay.
And that would be with our sriracha sauce.
Okay.
And I would say 1/4 of a cup is all we're going to do. Now that's going to make it hot, but we have potatoes here to counterbalance that. So that's about 1/4 a cup. She's got that going, and she's going to stir this. I'm going to tell you about the crust we're making. This is not like a usual crust. This is a potato crust, and all it is hash browns. And you're just going to put about 4 tablespoons of oil in the bottom of the pan, and we're going to put in about 2 cups of the shredded hash browns that you get. They're frozen.
Because who doesn't love crispy hash browns?
Absolutely.
I mean, throw it in anything.
And it's a little different. You've probably not had that before. Most of the time you have rice with that, but we're getting some crusty edges here.
It's even a good substitute instead of chips if you wanted to have a kind of nacho.
Yes. So we're just going to, and you know what? This is actually something you probably already have in your freezer anyways, and that's what we had, and that's what inspired this. We just pulled it right out. And see, we're getting some nice crispy edges here.
Yeah.
It's kind of forming a crust. And we've had this going so we could have it nice and crusty for us.
It does pack together nicely, so it's easy to keep together.
Yes, so when we scoop it out, we're going to have a nice little, helping of this. So she's got that going. So now we're just going to pour in 1 can of chili hot beans.
Okay.
And it has a little juice in it, so it will.
So you can stir, a little bit even more.
You can stir that up a little bit, but we want to flavor it and make all the flavors mesh. So I'm just going to put about 2 tablespoons of ketchup in here.
I love this because it's basically like you're making your own taco seasoning.
Yeah. Instead of having to get the packet and then using the regular beans.
And we're going to put some mustard in it. And this is only about maybe a teaspoon because we want it to have a little bit of a tang flavor to it.
Ready?
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Look at that technique.
I'm
fantastic. Not your first rodeo.
No. So we're just going to stir it around. And you can still hear it crackling and frying under there. And all we do now is put the cheese on top. You want to do that?
Yes.
You can sprinkle that on top.
And
you can make it as deep and as thick as cheesy as you like.
Of this
I was hoping you
I would probably put more. But that's just me, who loves the cheese and all different kinds of cheese. I'd probably throw some pepper jack on there maybe. And
that would be a good idea too. Now we're going to just turn it off right now at this point, and the cheese is going to melt on its own. Now, if you wanted to put this under a broiler, you could, so you could get a nice crusty top, but we have enough crust on the bottom, so we'll just go ahead and finish that now. So if you want to get some plates, we'll go ahead and serve this, but at this point, it's a good time to go ahead and put our scallions on here.
Yeah, so just chop them up.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get a little bundle just for, what, 99 cents at the grocery store. And you just chop them up like this, not even too fine.
No, you just, listen, rustic, remember that.
Rustic.
If you don't feel like doing the actual we're going to make it
lazy, it's rustic.
Yeah. So this is cilantro. We're putting some fresh cilantro on there. And if you had some tomatoes, that would be good. Anything Tex-Mex would be perfect on here. And if you would like your avocados to be a little creamy, put it on there when it's a little hot, and these things will melt like butter.
That looks delicious.
It looks amazing.
And you know what? We need tomatoes because that gives it the pop of color. But tonight we don't have tomatoes. Today we just have this. So let's go ahead and spoon out our delicious meal here.
It smells really good.
I'm going to put some sour cream in mine.
Oh, yes. It has like a sweet smell to it, too. I don't know what that is. Maybe the chili beans.
Well, it could be a little bit of the ketchup because it has a little sugar.
That's right. That, too.
Okay. So you want some of this?
A little dollop, yes, please.
Okay, well, I better put that one on mine.
There we go. Just a little dollop for me. Okay.
Oh, she's got a fork. So tell me what you think. it's very manly and hearty, isn't it?
It is, but it's delicious.
This
It's cheesy.
lady loves
so
it.
It wins me over.
Yeah.